welcome to another episode of GM Talks. It is 2025 and a lot of things have been going on since the last video. Sorry for the long pauses. It's not on purpose. Things just happens. You know it, that's life. Anyway, today we're going to look at a line for black that is very safe against London. It's from the World Blitz Championship in New York, the women's section, where Wenjun, the woman champion, won the title. She's very nice player because she's really got things under control. So looking at her games, you can just see that this is like an accountant would play chess, just controlling everything. Anyway, a lot of things have happened. We have had Jeansgate with the Carlsen not wanting to wear the dress code. You can say what you want. He signed the letter saying that he would play under these circumstances. On the other hand, it seems that the dress code was rather harsh. When you look at who was in the appeals committee, in the dress code committee, you can see that it's a lot of people wearing suits usually. So probably if they have had some jeans guys in there, there would not have been a different dress code. I think it's pretty ridiculous to have. I think, yeah, you should not wear shorts, but who's gonna wear shorts in January in New York? It's pretty cold. But you should just wear decent clothes, and people's individual ideas of how they want to dress should be respected, in my opinion. So this dress code is ridiculous. Also because I'm sure that Carlsen's jeans were a lot more expensive than some of the chinos people were wearing. So it's not like they're more classy or anything. On the other hand, the one thing where I definitely don't agree with Carlsen, and it's a typical example. By the way, let's start the game so we can also see some chess. Wenjun is playing against Vaishali, the big sister of Pragnananda. And she's a very activist, aggressive player, and Wenjun is really a good technical showstopper, and that is a nice lineup. And here we have the London system. Anyway, what I'm going to say about this, it's typical that we have, well, they are making a professional organization in New York, Wall Street, big dress code, and then they mess up the rules. And why do they do that? I don't know. It's a bit strange, isn't it? That we have I just don't get it, because we have known this for a long time, that if you don't have an Armageddon, you will have problems. And so how could they forget about this when they make new rules? It's just incredible that it seems like in amateur organizations, and to be honest, even though it's run professional, FIDE is sort of an amateur organization. They just don't think when they make rules. We have this again and again, and something. The best practice is just, no, I want to create my own system. Come on, man. Well, we have tried a lot of things, and a lot of it didn't work. So why do you go back to something that didn't work? Okay, enough of the criticism. Let's get on with this game, which is a nice little way of playing for black in the London. Here we have e3, e6, and this is usually you could play more aggressively with knight c6 is also possible. The idea behind e6 is, in general, if white, for instance, goes c3 here, I think black will go bishop d6, something like this, and play something like this and this. And against this setup, white would prefer not to have the pawn here, because he would like to play something more aggressively with c4. So that's why they go knight bd2, but then black just do it in a different way, queen b6, and attacking here, rook b1, and bishop d6. So that's the other way of doing it. I think if white wants to do something here, she probably had to play bishop d3 or take on c5. If you take on c5, it could be interesting, but still, I think black is pretty solid, and I think you can, if you're afraid of the London, you're afraid of getting mated on king side, just play this system. It's easy: e3, e6, then queen b6 or bishop d6 followed by queen c7. Anyway, she was probably confused, decided to take and just exchange some pieces, and this is not the way that Vaishali should play against Wenjun, and we're gonna see why. So which bishop is better, and why do you? The thing is, for instance, after something like c3, which would be a normal London move, maybe castle, bishop d3, knight c6, black is ready for e5 with easy position, and probably even a little better. So this is why white decides to go bishop d5, but it's just not. And already here, black is maybe even slightly better, because she can play e5, she's got two pawns here, white is not as well coordinated, there's no bad bishop on c8, there's nothing like that, so, and she decides to take, and is maybe starting to play for a draw here. Knight comes out, controlling e4, we got easy moves here, rook d8, rook c8, and so on, and maybe e5 at some point, and already black is slightly better, but of course, if white was Carlsen, we don't think he would lose against Wenjun. Okay, c4, trying to get some activity. The thing is that this weakens this square, and this knight is not that good. Black just continue developing, and white plays queen e2, and that's already a serious mistake, actually, which is a bit surprising, because it looks like a natural move. You just connect the rooks, and what could be more natural? So this is a good moment to notice what's wrong with white's setup and how to exploit this. If you want to learn to play for a win in positions like this, this is the kind of game you want to watch. So queen a6, very, very nice move. Attacking a2, and this is now pinned on c4. Important little point there. And black should definitely, white should definitely try to do something normal here. She is in trouble, because all white's pieces will be better, and this will be weak, but instead she completely loses the plot, and more or less loses in one move, b4, just saying, okay, I have the rook here, I need to play actively. The problem is the knight goes here, which probably surprised her. The thing is, it's undermining this one here, and at the same time, it's threatening here. So this knight you thought was, oh, this was a badly placed knight, but it's also having too many duties now. So she took, and knight takes, other knight is coming, already nasty things are going on here. Rook, natural, but the problem is, this pin won't go away, and the knight is much more active here, and these pawns are weak, and here it just goes really rapidly downhill. b5, and you could say, oh, I'm getting space or anything. No, you're just weakening your position. And after queen a3, again, this pawn is pinned due to the thing here, and knight c3 is threatening, and white is losing a pawn already, and rook a1, trying to prevent knight c3, but it's still coming, knight c3, and queen d3, and here you could take with the rook, but maybe she doesn't want to have knight d5 or something like that, even though knight e2 is probably good enough to win, but no, she just played this move, using a little bit of tactics here, If queen takes, then rook d1 check. A very typical, nice little small time tactics that is always in the game and you should always look out for. So queen c2, basically not threatening anything because you can't take this one. So black could just play h6 here if she's afraid of knight d5. She's not, so she just takes on b5, winning another pawn, being two clear pawns up, and still having the necessary. And knight d5 is not working because queen d3 covering here and basically winning the game. White could resign here, queen b2, b2, just covering the knight this way, and yeah, and c2 not letting up, h4 getting a little bit of air, just get out of here, dude. And knight c3, typical. It's coming here to e2, and well, you could resign here. She does not resign. And here she resigns. And rook is coming, white is winning the knight, and black is winning the knight, and an easy game. So a very easy game for black actually, and it didn't look like Ramoshabu is, but if she gets her game, she's very dangerous, but she didn't get her game at all here. So please notice the little points here. E6 with the idea either to go queen b6 and bishop d6, or if white goes c3, you go bishop d6 first, and then you go queen c7, and then knight b d7. So you keep control over the c5 square, and you're basically ready to push e5. This looks like a simple, nice antidote against the London system, and easy to learn, easy to play. You can do it too, no problem. I think this is fine. Okay, this was GM Talks, back again in 2025. Let's be more active. That is the general idea. Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe.